to another video by George's Shed, and today we're going to be making these two panels here. So first of all, I'll just say that I've already made the autopilot main section, so I've got the autopilot and the two epheses. I've also put this board under here, so I've already done quite a lot of work, but unfortunately I've been doing that quite slowly over a long period because I don't have much spare time at the moment. So I haven't filmed that, unfortunately, but hopefully I'm going to start filming some more stuff as I'm doing it. So as I say, today we're going to start off with these two panels here. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to measure how long this piece of wood needs to be to fit in the gap. So as you can see, I've already marked it there. So I'm also need to cut this to the right width, as you can see, to match the rest of the autopilot. So just gonna grab a pen and do that now. Which is easier said than done. There we go. So now I need to go cut this on the table saw. Okay, so now I've done that, I can now cut it to length. So there's our finished piece for one side. So now we need to start to cut and measure the other bits. So how these are attached together to ensure that they're a nice solid connection is using a very basic finger joint. So this is where I cut a little notch in the end, and then in the next piece, the piece that's going to connect to it, I cut the opposite notch to that, so that means that they fit together. So I built this table saw sled to help with this, so now I'm just going to create the notch. So there's our simple notch on the end. So now when I measure the other piece, we can cut the other piece and make the opposite cut to that, so they'll slot together nicely. So I've just cut the small end piece to the correct length. So now I need to create the opposite joint to on the other piece, so they can slot together. So I'm going to line it up on the table saw, and I'm just going to get closer and closer to the final cut every time. So this will make sure that it's exactly the right size. So now I've got it roughly to the right size. It's still a little bit big. I'm going to use the file to file it down to its final dimension. So there we go, it's a nice tight fit, which is exactly what we want. So that is our first cut done. So now we need to cut the other panel, which goes obviously on the top, and the side panel here. So I'm just going to go measure that now. And now I'm just going to cut the opposing notch in the bottom of this piece, so the next piece can slot into it. Like that, so there is our little piece. So here's the mark I've just measured off the E-fist, so now I need to cut it there, and we need to cut the notches in to make it fit to the other piece. There's the final end. So now I've got to cut the notch in the end to allow it to fit to the other piece. And then to finish it off like before, I just need to file it so it actually fits in tightly. So there we go, now we have a nice tight fit. So now I need to cut the panel that goes from here to here. So for this I need to cut some more of this thin wood. So I've just cut another stick of wood and now I've made a little mark on the end. So now I need to cut it on the chop saw. Now this is going to be angled a little bit, so remember to put that angle on. And then I'll also just put an angle on the end as well. There we go. So now you can see that this piece is the right length. So now I've just got to cut the fingers on the end so it will slot into the other two pieces. So now the same as before, I've just got to file the fingers to their final size, and then hopefully it should all fit together nicely. So now all the pieces fit together properly, giving us our final shape. We can now glue them together. So now I'm going to leave that to dry. So now I've just got to make another one. And just like that, we've got two. So now we're going to wait for them to dry and then attach them to the rest of the flight simulator. Okay, so here is one of our finished panels. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it on here, line it up with the other one, and use this spring clamp to hold it on, making sure it's all lined up. And then using the electric drill, going to drill a pilot hole through. To the other, through the other. To the piece, And then I'm also going to countersink it. And finally I'm going to put the screw in, which are just these little wood screws. Yeah, there's one screw in, so now we can take off the clamp and do exactly the same with the bottom one. There we go, just like that. It's nicely attached to the rest of the frame. So now I need to do exactly the same with the other side. Okay, so just like that, both sides of the frame are completed. So I'm going to leave this here for now, just so I can get this edited and uploaded, and then soon I'll put the other covering panel on the bottom of these, and then I'll also begin work on all of the panels that fit in these, and then the cover over the top. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and all that. Leave a comment if you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.